Hello, everybody. I'm back again. How are you? Today is Sunday, August 29th, 2021. Thanks for being here. If you could, please hit the likes, join, subscribe, donate. It's all there for you. And I appreciate everybody being here when they get here. It's a great way to stay in shape. So, who wants to come up on the panel today? Anybody want to join me? Nothing new has happened in my life except I just wanted to get on here and see what's going on with you guys. If you want to come up and chat and hang out, it's all there. Let me send my link to everybody. Whoever just came in, be sure to hit the likes and stuff, and we'll get started. Hello, Rosie. Hello.
Hey, Rosie. How you doing? I'm doing good.
Rosie, share out my stream. I do that for you. Yes, that is Marion. Who else would it be? Okay, thanks. I see it. So, folks, where's everybody at today? I've missed you all. Sorry about the long week and everything. I had a lot going on. Some of you already know. Love you too, Rosie. Yep. So, where's everybody at, man? You know, I thought about going live, and I'm here. What you doing? What you doing? I actually caught him one day while I was on here. What you doing? He just kind of threw it out there, and it caught it. So sometime during the What you doing? What you doing? Anybody want to come up to the panel? There's the link in the chat. I was thinking that we could just go out west while we're in Chicago, go out west and have lunch or dinner at GW, at least for a day. And stay overnight, come back. We'll still have 2 days extra in Chicago. We could do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Stay one night. Unfortunately, still get to slip in 2 trips. Would that be too much on you? Don't have to.
What was that now?
Would you like to have 2 trips? But just an overnighter? And still not let him be hanging, you know?
Oh. Yeah.
Like, have lunch or dinner, hang for a little bit while we're sitting there, and then Uber back to the hotel. And if I have to, I'll spend a little something for one night. Whoever just hopped in here, hit the likes, come to the chat, come to the panel. It's up to you. Anybody want to come up to the panel and hang out and chat with me? Waiting for somebody to talk to me. It's only fair for everybody to show up to mine because I always go to yours. And you guys gladly accept me and talk to me there. I know the time differences, but I haven't been on in a week. I was just trying to tell you guys I'm doing good and told you I was going to do this. I'm just hoping somebody would join me. Hey, Cliff. Hey, Rue. How you guys doing? You guys want to come up? The link's at the top of the chat thing here. Cliff, could you share out my link? Okay, come on up. Continue to hit the likes. Whoever just came in, please do so. It should be right at the top of the chat box there.
What's going on, Josh?
How you doing?
I'm all right, man. Just coming by to show some support.
Okay. So how's it in the Philippines?
Not yet. We're not there until October.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I don't know why I keep
No.
forgetting that.
We still have the busy packing and making sure we don't forget anything, and she wants to bring every single thing from America. I'm like, why don't we just stay here if you're trying to bring everything?
Might as well take the kitchen sink from that place.
she literally tried to take it all.
Yeah.
So, now
Okay.
she wants certain dishes and all this other stuff. We haven't even built the house, and we got probably 35 or 40 boxes that are going to be there waiting for us. We're going to keep them at her family's house, though.
Okay. Till you get settled and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. You
So as
guys
long as
know what date you're going?
yeah, so we'll fly out October 2nd. We're supposed to get there on the 4th, and then we have our quarantine, and so that goes till I think the 13th or 14th, and then we'll be flying to her province.
Okay. And what state are you guys in?
We're in Indiana right now,
Okay.
about an hour north of Indianapolis.
So almost on the Chicago, like the Illinois state line.
Yeah.
That would be what, Muncie?
Yeah, I think it's like 40 or 50 minutes away. It's not that far away.
Okay.
Not much going on out here, though.
Yeah. Let me ask you something.
Yes,
When
sir.
we travel through Indianapolis, I think it's like probably like an hour after going towards Illinois. We noticed there was like lots and lots of windmills.
Mm-hmm.
And we
Yeah.
thought, like, we went through it at night and we thought it was like space stuff.
No,
There
they
was all
just
these red lights blinking. We were like, what is this? And then we went through it during the day one travel and I was like, oh, I see.
yeah, no, they just have a bunch of windmill farms up there. Rue was flipping out when she first saw it because obviously coming from the Philippines, unless you go, I don't even know if they have windmills there, but she's like, what are all of these things? And I'm like, they're just windmills. But I take for granted that she doesn't know a lot of this stuff, and I expect her to know, and that's wrong on my part. But
Okay. Yeah, it was kind of weird that night. I was like, all I see is red lights. What are we doing here? What is this? It just keeps going on and on.
you're afraid you're gonna get probed?
Maybe, yeah. Thought they were going to beam me up, but yeah. Yeah, the probe thing sounds kind of cool, but which end is it?
Yeah. Well, I tell you, I went to before I started traveling to the Philippines. Me and my buddies used to travel to Thailand a lot, and we specifically went to a ladyboy bar because one of our buddies had no clue about it, and so every person in there was a ladyboy. There wasn't a single female in there, And so he's talking to this one for about 15, 20 minutes. He's buying drinks. And next thing you know, my buddy and I, we couldn't stand it anymore because we were afraid that they were going to leave the bar together. So we let him know. We're like, hey, that's a guy. That's not a girl. And he's like, no way. And so the music was loud. And then he whispers something to her. And then he turns over towards us. And you just hear over the music, he was louder than the music. He goes, oh, hell no. Let's get out of here. So we were laughing. We still, to this day, and this happened maybe 7 years ago, we're still laughing and busting chops on him about this. So it was a good time. He picked the prettiest one in there. She won I think she was Miss Thailand 2012 or 2013, something like that. So
Okay. I had made the same weird decision on that before too, because it was Halloween in Charlotte, and we were at some crazy Halloween bash music fest with 80s rappers. That was fun, but it was rainy and was cold. Of course, Halloween. And that day we went to go eat. One of the rappers that I know personally actually bought us lunch. And they were all dressed up. There was a man dressed up as well. But I didn't know this until I said, nice ass. I said, you have a great ass. And then he turned around and says, thank you. I was like, wait a minute. I'm telling you, I was like,
oh, that's perfect. That's perfect.
I just almost lost my nachos. But it was a good time, though. I mean, besides that, I'm cool with that. Whatever they want to do, that's, he gave me a little slap on the wrist and it broke. But yeah, I just happened to realize, I looked over, I was like, man, everybody's dressed up. Jesus, look at that one. And he was bending over, getting cups or whatever it was, and he was dressed up as Jessica Rabbit.
Oh no. Oh no.
But I didn't say much. I was just like, wow, nice ass. He didn't hear me. It was so loud in there. It was like a music place, and with a place where you can order meals and drinks and stuff. Not a bar. But we had fun though. I mean, the rapper friend, I don't know if you've known him from back in the day, from 80s and 90s, but Tone Loc.
Okay.
I'm good friends with him.
No way.
Yeah, his agent gave me tickets. We just kind of we clicked. I mean, it was just that quick. And he bought us lunch, and he's like, you guys all done? I said, yeah, because the nachos was like that high. And he's like, you want anything else? I said, I don't know if I can eat anything else. But he bought us lunch. I thought that was nice, because he knew us and it was okay. Not that I was pushing that for him to do that. He just offered. He's like, come with me. I know a good place, and I was like, yes, sir. And we just kind of shuffled like, oh my goodness. And we sat down. He's like, go ahead, sit right here. It's on me. I was like, what? So we didn't expect that. We just expected the VIP tickets. So,
right.
And then he actually, after all that, we took pictures, we talked, we had a good time. Then he said, I want to invite you guys to my green room before the show. I wasn't interested. I was like, Riri, thought, and he was like, we're going to be at the hotel, but we'll be back. Okay, great. So the show ran a little bit later because the rain wouldn't stop.
Right.
And they had like a contest for costumes, and somebody won $2,000 for one of the best costumes that they picked out. Oh, one was actually dressed as Satan in really good detail. I don't want to go into that, but He had the whole horns and everything, and he was so like he was on stilts or something. He was so tall. He was like chained up, I guess, if you will. But I thought he would have won the 2 grand, but it was some chick that was dressed as that blueberry in Willy
Willy
Wonka.
Wonka.
Yeah, she won the 2 grand. So all these people did major detail. It's Charlotte, so it's a ritzy area. People had money for these costumes. But yeah, so I saw a male dressed up as a woman, and I said hot ass, whatever it was, and then she wanted to spread cheeks. The thing is, so I was like, well, bless you. So hold on a second. Sorry, excuse me.
No, you're good.
It's your dad. Go to your room. Go to your room. Open it. Open it. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Hello? Hey!
So,
No, that's not at all.
her dad's an asshole.
No,
Um, What have you? Well, see, my family keeps providing for her because her dad gave up.
Okay.
My family's been a lot nicer than he will ever be. He's a cheapskate, doesn't want to help, doesn't care. My son and daughter are out on their own. Let them be. They should be able to provide for themselves. So my household, I live 2 doors down from my folks and my brothers. And he just, for her birthday, he gave her a AAA membership. We don't travel much. We do, but we don't hardly ever use it. It's kind of dumb, stupid, and we get a free tow. Yay, but we're not within the 3 mile range unless it was like down the street. Oh, a tire, or whatever it is. But he hates me every couple of years. He's like, he's weird. He's a dick. I don't like him. You should be away from men. He tries to take her away, and she'll make up her own mind. 13 years. She hasn't left me, and she won't.
Yeah, I would say, once a bit past that 5-year mark, you're probably good.
Yeah. I mean,
you're not there yet, Russo. There's still a chance I can return your ass.
You said ass.
I'm not going to get you in trouble.
So, Rue's doing okay?
Yeah, she actually just got back from Michigan. They went up to the beach.
And you stayed home?
Oh, yeah. I'm good on my tan. I got it covered, Josh. So
okay.
No tan needed.
Yeah. Are you looking forward to that moving and everything? You don't like it in the U.S. anymore?
I need a change. I do. I always do better when I'm there. I'm healthier when I'm there. I drop weight when I'm there. She's always freer to do what she wants to do. I mean, it's tough for her here because all we do pretty much is just work. And there, and you may think you know how it is. Very little money, you can, feed yourself and still be able to spend time with your friends and family. And she's missing a lot of that. So she might get to go someplace on the weekend, but other than that, it's work, work, work. So.
And
I'll still be coming back and forth. So I'll be there. I'll still be doing my same job, but I'll work part of the year over there, come back here maybe every 3 or 4 months to keep my license going. And then I'd say a third of the time I'll spend here, and then the other 2/3 I'll spend over there.
What do you do?
Therapist.
Oh. So people rant to you. People get raunchy and rant to you, huh?
Yeah. Lately, though, I've been having a lot more mental illness and substance use.
Mhm.
People struggling with the anxiety is real big. People struggling with the COVID thing. Am I going to get it? Am I going to die? And of course, I just got over it a couple weeks ago, which made a couple of my high anxiety clients feel a little bit better. But I just tell them, you know what, you just do what you're supposed to do. You know, do things to me. Like, I don't know, people have to be told to use good hygiene and cover your mouth when you sneeze and all that other stuff. Like, I don't get why that's so hard. Um, so I had some pretty mild symptoms a couple days and I was over it. I tested positive on a Monday, and then that same Saturday at the end of the week I tested negative. So symptoms were gone by Thursday, so that's why I went to get tested on Friday or
And
Saturday.
I truly think the media is kind of going a little overboard about it too. Like, oh, brace yourself for the variant.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's always easy to scare people if they don't do some research. And I'm somewhat in the medical field, so I deal with a lot of. Well, we have our own nurse for our agency, and we have trainees that come in, and I work with nurse practitioners, and I'm always hearing from them. And then I just came from my doctor and the information he's given me. So he's like, at some point, everyone's probably going to get it. Um, he said if you have the vaccine, it's going to it should lessen the symptoms, which, I mean, I don't know if it would or wouldn't. I mean, I was vaccinated, so the symptoms for me were mild, but I don't know if they would have been mild for me if I wasn't vaccinated. So I'm not one of these people say, yeah, go out and get vaccinated. If you don't want to get vaccinated, I think you shouldn't. If you want to get vaccinated, I think you should. I don't think one side should push the other to do what they want them to do.
Mhm.
I see a lot of guys fussing and fighting, saying, "Oh, the vaccine is going to do this to you and that to you." Well, I get flu shots every year. I'm going to see infectious disease before I go to the Philippines. I'm going to get shots and pills for when I go to the Philippines. Do I not do that and go over there and risk getting bit by a mosquito or something crazy, or getting getting a hold of some water and tearing my stomach up? I don't know. Just for me, I'm doing it. If you don't want to do it, I'll support you on that. Just don't try and change my mind. It's not going to happen.
Mm. Yeah, I got mental health problems too. But see, for me I don't take pills. I don't believe in it. It's not my cup of tea, if you will. I mean, my choice. And I'm an adult. I don't care about it. But if others think it's better for them, then let them do it. Some get kind of weird and carried away about it and say, I need more and more and more and more. And I know people like that think they didn't take their pills and they want to do it again. We're talking high class milligrams.
So I
That,
don't. So I do psychopharmacology, which is the use of talk therapy with medication. I don't prescribe medication. I'm on the other end. I think if a person is going to be prescribed medication, they absolutely should have talk therapy in there too. A lot of times it can be dealt with without using medication, but there are some times where there's chemical imbalance, and I would recommend, once again, I don't prescribe, but I would recommend medication to get the person balanced. But just like you're saying, there is that tendency to abuse, and that's where the problem comes in. So
yep.
now you've taken mental illness, which could have been something that you worked on, and now you've made an addiction with mental illness, and that's a problem. So
Yeah, I had a Nigerian therapist for a while. That's what kind of allowed me to rant and let me just talk about whatever's going on. And then he got really close to the family and then he grabbed my thigh. So I fired him.
oh no, that's not good. Yeah,
I'm
that's not.
kidding. No, he just was a nice guy and loved my family so much and started squeezing a lot of butts. Um, but he was nice to the point of like, I will help you physically, mentally, financially at times. Like he would pay me for my birthday.
Hmm.
That's how close he got. I mean, he loved my family. He loved me. And he's always asking about each individual that is in my family. And I would tell him and he's asking about my weight and things like that. I mean, he also worked with what is it? ones that provide scripts for you. What is it?
Prescriber. He was prescriber as well.
Yeah, he rented an office that was part of somebody else's building, if you will. He would do therapy, and this other lady would do the scripts, and so anyway, I had him maybe about 10 years, and he just, the fighting words I don't like from a therapist is mentally retarded.
Well, it's not supposed to be used. That's an old term. It's not supposed to be used.
He loved using it, though. He did it 3 times on me, and I let it go, and then I fired him. I came back. I says, I've had a cool off now. Can I come back? He said it again later down the road. And then all of a sudden, I told him about his messenger last year, and it was hacked. Another weird message came through, and it wasn't him because he was on the road traveling.
Mm-hmm.
So I called him up, and I told him, your messenger's being hacked, and he knew about my past. So he kind of, sort of called the FBI on this situation. I got scared. I didn't do anything. I don't care about his whatever he's got. But he started bugging, like just going crazy about it. And I started telling him about, no, it wasn't me. Don't worry about it. It was somebody else. I've gotten this message several times from other people that would fake their profile and send me stuff. So I was just calling him up, telling him, you need to change your password. No need to go any higher than that. Facebook will help you. Well, I know somebody in the FBI. I said, you don't need to go that far.
Right.
I kept kind of like jabbing, just trying to give him my advice and telling him, why do you want to go that far? I don't care if you know people. I'm just letting you know as a client/friend, because that's what he was to us. Don't worry about it. So, yeah, it was kind of tough, and I had to let him go again. But he helped me.
You're with him for about 10 years?
Yeah, 7 to 10, something like that.
Yeah.
I'm adding somebody else real fast here.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm a little bit different with all that. I won't keep a client longer than 2 years. Because for that very reason, I don't want to get that close, and I can't be effective if I'm that close. If I care about you on that level, then I'm going to start giving you advice. I can no longer be objective, and so usually about 2 years is my stint.
Okay.
Well, hello, everyone.
And then hello.
Hey, Raleigh.
It's nice to meet you. I haven't talked to you in person, Josh, a couple times on live stream. It's nice to meet you, Cliff. So,
how you doing?
I just want to come in here and just speak, I guess. Are we doing one on mental health? I just kind of tuned in.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But it's good. I mean, I have ADHD, so I've kind of struggled with that. And sometimes people outgrow that in their childhood, but I've kind of carried it into my adulthood. So we all have something, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
Mine's through a car accident.
Oh, was it frontal lobe or?
Yes.
Yeah, that can be difficult.
But I have no scars. Internally, maybe. I don't remember this. I was 1 year old. My grandpa put me up front in his Grand Torino back in '79. Up front with him, put a seatbelt on me, no car seats. So I hit the dashboard.
You're lucky there was even a seatbelt, honestly. 79.
Yeah. So the doctors told them I wasn't going to function well in life, but I have proved everybody wrong. I have achieved a lot. And I still struggle.
Yeah, if you're willing to overcome.
How can they assess that at such a young age? I mean, the mind is an incredible thing, and it heals and it changes. I don't know. I find it frustrating for anyone to diagnose a child and before the age of like 9. I know they say 7, but anything before 9, you still haven't fully gone on your path, and then again, you're still not done until you're 25 to 27 as far as your mental growth. So I always look at those early diagnoses and question whether or not they're accurate. So
Yeah,
Well,
it's a sad situation for me, but I'm doing okay. I
yeah, I
can't
can
say
agree
I'm
with that.
great, but I mean, I got fatter in life, so that's always good. Um,
It could be so much worse. You could be paralyzed. I have a guy that works for me. He was perfectly fine. Then somebody random going 90 miles an hour, and he broke his neck and back. He's not paralyzed, but he really can't lift, and he really leads a different life than what he led before.
hmm, hmm.
Sad.
Yeah, I try my best at what I do. As of yesterday, I just kept my new job for 2 months. I'm working on that. So,
Well, that's good.
yeah, jobs don't last well with me because of how I am. And these managers and folks don't have the time to understand who I am mentally, physically. So, I've got special professional people kind of sort of helping me through life, not therapy. So, I've got somebody that kind of helps with the job line of things.
Well, that's
Kind of
good.
puts me on the straight and narrow and let's do it this way. They want it this way, and they just coach me, how to be a better person at your employer. So, kind of like counseling, it actually is because you tell them about your life and see what's going on. How's your work day going?
mhm.
I tell them it's getting fatter and fatter. I'm happy, but you know, it just it takes time. I'm not trying to rush anything, and I've achieved being married. I've achieved jobs. I've achieved, being grown up. I guess. I mean, showing my folks I can do it. My
well,
parents
I,
bought me. My parents bought me a new house.
well, that's awesome.
They
I
said,
can't
"Here's your
work for the
nest
corporate
egg. You're
world
gonna
either.
die this
So,
week."
yeah.
So
I mean, it's hard to work for the corporate world. I mean, I worked for them for 10, 12 years, and I just can't do it anymore. I mean, I went to college at one point, and I really tried hard to be a corporate man. I just can't do it. My ability to sit still and pay attention and be focused for long periods of time is just it's too stressing. I can do it, but in order to do it, the stress level is so high on me that it's not worth it for my life. It's what I came down to. And I started my own company doing something I love. So
right, you told me you were an underwear model or something.
that's right. Victoria's Secret, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's funny. I
the
do
Speedo
appliance
edition.
repair. That's comical.
So I think it is important to find something that works for you. Uh, I love this. I love the work that I do, and eventually, once my couples channel takes off, I'm gonna kind of branch off, and I will do something mental health, substance, uh, just to kind of motivate people that are struggling with that. So you'll hear some of our stuff. There'll be a lot of advice, couples advice, obviously, and some of that's coming from my education. Some of that's coming from.
Okay.
That's good. That sounds pretty cool. Can you put your link to your channel in the private chat so I can sub to you? I appreciate that, Cliff.
I think I can.
Sounds like somebody I'd like to watch.
If not, if you do a search under Cliff and Rue, will come up.
Okay, I can just do that. That's fine. I got another page open right here.
And Raleigh, you said you were in Louisiana, right?
I am. I'm in the top of the state though.
Okay. Everything
So,
going okay down there?
Oh yeah. It's gonna miss us. But South Louisiana got battered. I have some family that's down at Homa and stuff, and they just got pummeled. Just very bad. It was very bad for them down there.
Yeah, I just contacted a Hispanic friend of ours and seeing if she's all right. I think she's kind of playing in it and saying "Olay." So, yay, agua. So,
It's just a pain because we had those two big hurricanes last year, and we just got done cleaning up trees. So I was really hoping it was going to hit us very hard. because it takes months to clean up from that crap. And those last two, by the time we had one cleaned up, the next one came through and did it all over again, and had to pull trees off of houses, and it's just ridiculous.
Huh. Yeah. And then
Keeps it interesting.
all those other hurricanes, like I think Andrew came through there, or was that Atlanta? I'm not sure.
Katrina and Rita before, probably the biggest before that actually made it up to me. Since I'm in the northern part of the state, I usually don't get them that bad. Just like this one will hit South Louisiana, but it curves off and it misses us and goes into Mississippi. So, but Rita, Katrina, they hit us pretty hard. Laura, Delta, my God, we've never been hit like that up here. Those were just hurricane threes by the time they were up here, and northern Louisiana doesn't have the preparation like southern Louisiana has. Like the buildings aren't hurricane rated because we're not supposed to get them up here. It's too high. Right. I mean, that Delta was a hurricane all the way into Arkansas. That was crazy. I've never seen one go that high. It'd still be a hurricane rated.
Yeah, we get a lot of the hurricanes too. I think Hurricane Butthole came through last summer. That's not really the name. I was
like, wait, which one was that?
The bigger one.
Yeah, I don't even remember them all. There's so many every year.
Yeah, the other one we went through some crazy one that everybody had to evacuate Florida just to come up north and get out of it, and it was just around there, like the Gulf and then Florida. We had friends come up and say, "Meet us over here." I said, "It's not that easy, but good luck to you." So
I remember that big one you're talking about. It went up the East Coast, and that was the one that was supposed to be hitting New York and crap like that. Well, that was an insane year. I mean, how often do you see a hurricane do that? That's crazy.
Yep. Yeah, we had a lot of rain, but trailers are more lifted, however way you put them up, but we don't ever get soggy wet where we are. It just pours. Well, and we're worried about trees that are lined up behind us, and so we have like nothing but 5 acres of woods, and we're kind of worried about some of the old trees back there falling on our home because they're about to they're bending, and almost aiming to us. So we're worried about one of the trees coming down.
Yeah, that would not be good.
Yeah.
Are you okay? You okay? All right.
Are we keeping you?
No, I just wanted to make sure she didn't need help throwing stuff around. I'm like, am I in trouble? Like, what's going on here?
Cliff, I did find your account. Your YouTube account. I did find that. It's up to you. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it. No, we're a new channel starting out, but we're starting to get a little traction. I think once we move to the Philippines, we'll really take off. So.
There's another life coach out there. His name is Coach Eli, and he's fairly popular.
Well, I just got my first YouTube paycheck.
Did you?
All right.
Congrats, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's accomplishment,
Yeah, it wasn't much, but it helped. It kind of raised our banks higher, if you will.
Yeah. A win for the self-esteem is always good,
Yeah, well, we spent it on crack. But see, I got it down in the alley back in one of our streets, but it was pretty cheap, though, because I only do it on like a weekly basis. But
well, fentanyl's all the rage, so it's probably cheaper to get crack now.
Yeah, but I don't shoot it up. Never mind. Let's don't go there. But
I wouldn't know. I've always been so chicken to do anything in life like that. I smoked a little weed before, but that's about it.
I haven't even done that. But of course, now I can't do any of that stuff. I don't drink. I don't smoke. It'd be a little weird if a substance therapist out there slinging drugs.
What'd you do over the weekend? I drank. Oh, you're fired. So,
although there were two therapists down in Florida that were selling to their clients. So as long as you don't do that,
there's always going to be those individuals looking for that easy money. And I can see it, man. You got the big clientele. They're coming to you anyway. There's no really real risk. So, but in the end, you still get busted. There's still a risk at some level.
Yeah,
I have a,
to me, I would rather, like, I don't do this. I don't want to hurt anyone. I mean, that's part of the creed that I take as a therapist. And it despises me that people like that. But you know what? We're human beings, flawed, but we're gonna do stuff that's not in the best of others. That's a prime case.
Well, Josh, it was good talking to you. And Cliff, it was nice to meet you. I have to go, but I appreciate you guys having me on.
no
All
problem, buddy. Anytime.
You guys take it easy.
Take care.
All right. By the way, that crack joke was just a joke. Okay.
I know. I
I'll
read
get
very well, Josh. I read very well.
83. Never mind.
And I've already picked up you have a little bit of a dry humor. If people are not paying attention, you might lose them, but I should stay on pace with you.
You
A lot of
should
my
stay on
people-
page.
I
You know,
should
I've done
stay-
stand-up comedy, though. I've done it. I've done stand-up.
I could see it. I mean, I think just with your Robin Williams impersonation, it's like, because when I first heard, I'm like, that's Mrs. Doubtfire. Like, and it's spot on, man. Spot on. I love that movie.
Bless you, dear.
Yeah.
But I haven't done that on stage yet. I kind of picked that up after watching it like 1,200 times. So it's called, you have to kind of get the voice. You have to practice it. You know, I got a friend that does all these noises and he's an actor. And again, I'm kind of friends with a lot of the Police Academy cast.
Okay.
You know who I'm thinking of, right?
Yep. I was just watching some of this stuff on YouTube the other day.
He's actually on AGT the last few weeks.
Okay.
I don't know
Yeah,
why
to
he
me-
needs the money, but
He's the gold standard for impersonations. Like, everyone else comes after him.
Yep.
You know.
So I've got two comedian friends that I'm close with that do impressions and stuff, and I try to work on it. Only the Mrs. Doubtfire thing is where I get free drinks at McDonald's. See? And what's funny is they start to giggle in the drive up, you know, and like I'm ordering, yes, dear, you know, and all this, and they start giggling in the background. You can hear, who is this? You know, and they said he needs a free drink, and I talk to them as I pull up. Like I'll say, my wife just ordered. I'm sorry, I'm here to get this and this, and I blame her, and she looks at me and says, I didn't do that.
That's great.
But they know who it is. I've talked to them on I'll order like, oh, yes, dear, can I get a Big Mac with extra sweet and nasty sauce? You know, and then they go, you mean sweet and sour? I said, yes, dear, just whatever it was. I couldn't read it really well, but just help an old lady, please. And a lot of them kind of pooped a little, but, you know, they kind of said, he needs something free. It's on me. I mean, you can just hear them like they're just cutting up. And I do it to Taco Bell people too, and they don't really much have a sense of humor. I do it to Burger King folks. No, nobody was like, what was that? You know, and I was like, are you serious? It's a classic movie and you missed that one? So, but yeah. So it's been helpful, dear. So
how long have you had your channel?
about 11 years. I don't know, probably since 2008.
Okay.
And I've only made one paycheck. What's wrong with me, dear? Do you know? He's funny. So she's probably rolling over there, huh? She's like, that's awesome.
No, I have a headphone and she's just busy doing stuff. I know she's getting ready to pack another box. Is that what you're doing, honey?
No, I was just like, what's that? Separating the clothes that I don't bring.
Okay.
And put it.
Okay. No, she's just separating clothes she's not going to bring.
So, how old are you guys?
I am 47. She's 26.
Oh my! And
Yeah.
how long you been together?
This November will be 5 years been married.
Oh, bless you, dear. That sounds great.
Oh, I gotta take the headphones out. You gotta do it. You gotta do it.
Oh gosh, here we go. All right, then let's hit it. She listening?
Yeah, you listen, honey. Honey, pay attention.
Yeah.
He's gonna do an impersonation, and then I'll show you later who he's impersonating. Go ahead.
Hello, dear. How are you? I hope you're great. Oh, I hear that you're packing.
She's looking so confused. She's like, "What is going on?" And I'll play Mrs. Doubtfire for her later. She'll go, "Oh my god!" Because when you said it, I was like, "Holy crap, he sounds just like him." So, or her, because she was playing a
What's
woman.
it, dear? Don't make me do an impression of a hot dog.
Gosh, is he gay or what?
No, dear,
Yeah,
I'm not gay. I'm just a little bit lopsided, dear.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so Filipinos are not known for their filters. I think one day she like poked me in the belly. She's like, "You're fat." I'm like, "Oh yeah, there's always that." So
She's just now finding out.
I know, right? After all this time,
Ooh.
she doesn't have a problem with my size, but I do. So
You should have a stiff Chardonnay after that one, dear. Make it light and woody.
Is that his real voice?
no, I mean I'll pull it up so you can hear who he's impersonating or do an impression of, not impersonating.
No, that's not my real voice, dear. I have a real voice. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Hello, how are you?
What?
It's Josh.
Josh?
Yeah,
Did I meet him before?
you've talked to him before.
Oh.
Oh, yes, dear. You guys were twins on one of my live streams before, but you didn't ever come up.
Yeah.
Oh, but you guys were busy.
You speak like French.
That's not French. What are you kidding me?
English, dear. Oh, what was that, dear? I didn't understand it.
Because it wasn't English.
Hmm?
It wasn't English.
No, it wasn't. That seemed like it was Paris talk.
Well, she kills me. Her impersonations of animals, the sounds are all wrong. Do your rooster, honey. How about a horse, honey?
The horse?
Yeah.
Meh.
Cow?
Moo.
Oh, she does the cow, right. How about
Put more emphasis in it, dear.
how about a turkey?
Tickle, 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 tickle.
Sounds like the word tickle, dear.
Tickle.
Ooh, sounds like fun. Like a game of Twister. Right hand on red, dear.
Yeah, I tried to get her to say different words just because of her accent, but she's like, "I don't have an accent." I'm like, "Yeah, you do."
Right.
Yeah.
She does. But it's breathtaking, I should say that.
Yeah.
I noticed that Philippines people actually, and this is not offensive at all, but I feel like they're so cool. They're like excellent people. They're nice.
Josh, I feel more comfortable there than I do here, which is partly why I'm packing up and moving there. I don't have any issues. I think it was the second trip I took to the Philippines. I was walking in Manila. It was about 2 a.m. I was going over to get something from 7-Eleven because, of course, I was still on our time. So that to me, that was 2 p.m., not 2 a.m. And there were about 8 or 9 Philippines cops on the corner. And I had heard all these stories about if you go to another country, law enforcement's going to shake you down and all this other stuff. And so I was afraid to go through them, but I did, because I didn't want to seem like I was doing something wrong. And as I walked through, they said, "Hey, sir." And I was like, "Oh, here it comes, the shakedown." And all they did, we talked for about a half hour about law enforcement in America, some of the things I had to deal with, the challenges. They were great. They were great people.
Mm.
And so that was my first impression. And that was the first time I saw that stereotypes and the things that I had heard before were wrong. And so every time I had gone back, I had a great experience there. So I have nothing but good things to say. Even
Mm.
with going there the first time and the first woman I met trying to scam me, and I still have nothing but good things to say. So
Yeah, I've known quite a bit of them, and they're all great people. I mean, they're not hateful. They're more smiling type people, and although they like to slap you a couple times, but that's fine. I'm used to it. I got a lot of people that live in Canada that are from there. I've got people that live in the U.S. that are from there. Um, they're all just nice folks. I have never met anybody. Now, I don't know if I've explained this before, but I have one in Canada too, but one of them actually helped me to get where I am today.
oh wow.
She did some things to help me get where I'm at because she loved me so much. We're just good people.
Yeah.
And she fell in love with me and my wife. She's like, "I want to help." I said, "I'm okay with what?" Because before I was able to get to where I am, she was like, "Well, you have 750 right now. I could probably boost that up for you for watch hours."
Right.
And I can't go in much detail about how or why or when and all this. But as it got me to where I needed to be,
Mm-hmm.
I was at 4,270 watch hours within a week.
Oh wow. Well, they do have
Um,
a huge community. I mean, and they do help each other. So if she, said, "Hey, support," absolutely. I mean, um, that's one of the main reasons why I think why our marriage even worked is because my wife has that spirit, that same heart. Like she is so loving and caring, and not just towards me, and that's the thing. She doesn't want to hurt anyone's feelings. She doesn't want to, she doesn't want anyone to dislike her. Not in an unhealthy way. For me, I'm a little bit more abrasive. I could care less whether someone likes me, but for her, it's important. And you see, she puts the work in, and so I admire her for that. And I'm trying to learn from her when it comes to that. But I'm hard headed and I'm old, so it's a little bit difficult.
right. I just want to have a shower or a bath time with one of them. I mean, they're just so cool. I got a few that I like already. They're just fun and just awesome people. And I want to wash their backs. I want to do something for them. But yeah, so I've got a lot of positive folks, and they always tell me, "Smile in your live stream, smile when you're in my panel." I was like, "You just can't tell me to smile. You want me to sing, you want me to do this, you want me to do that, make a sandwich. I don't know what we should do." I mean, it's fun that they want me to do all that, but I'm not a singer. I was told I'm not good in the shower. So I don't know. I came across all these folks kind of like at random in a row, and they just started like humping my legs. See, they love how you know how I treat my wife. Because I slap her around, call her Susan. See, the thing is, um, life has been a little bit better and treating me well, and I've just never been happier. I don't have to express it with a Joker smile,
Right.
but because I feel like I'm Jack Nicholson just being there. Hello. um, if you got to go with a smile, But and that's not toilet humor. So But yeah, they've just been nice folks. That's where they got me. It took me about a month to get up to 1,000 subscribers. Now I'm at like 1,260 something. So I'm kind of working it on my own. Darren Dobson, he is at like 1,800 something now. He surpassed me, and he's only been on YouTube a month, maybe
Yeah,
two.
been on a lot less than I have. My thing is I can't seem to keep them, Josh. Like I'll get a bunch and then a bunch will drop off, and I'll get a bunch of like if I had all the people that didn't drop off, I'd probably be somewhere around 500 now, and I'm at like 348. Um, and my thing is I'm okay if people drop off, but tell me, like help me figure out what I'm doing. Why are you dropping off? I think the content that we have is really good, and I think it's only going to get better. I mean, a lot of the stuff is learning curve for me for sure when it comes to technology. But now that Rue's been talking more, we've been getting more people interested in the channel. I think that once we're there in the Philippines and we're doing some of the things that I'd like to do, because I want to do some island hopping. I want to obviously I'm going to build a house. So I want to document some of that. I want to show myself, immersed in Rue's family. Like they are just amazing and beautiful people. What I feel bad about, Josh, is I look at our lives here, regardless of what situation you're in. I look at our lives here and I think, yeah, there's some people that have it tough. I've gone there and there's some people that have nothing and they're still smiling. And I'm like, I feel like an idiot for being upset because, maybe I didn't get the raise that I was asking for, or I couldn't afford to get the car that I wanted. And these folks have nothing and they're still smiling and running around and happy. I'm like, how dare I? And so it makes me appreciate what I have here, but then it also makes me admire them so much more. It makes me want to do something for them.
Right.
But then most of the ones I've met there too are proud people, especially the people in my family over there. They're very proud. They're not looking for you to give them anything, They're they put in a hard day's work and do what they're supposed to do, and they appreciate everything. So
Yeah, that's what happened to me with my subscribers. I kept going up, going down, but it took me every day in October last year to gain over 1,000 every day. But the watch hours were within a week or two.
oh wow,
And I was monetized like the third day of June this past summer. And I just got my paycheck for $112
nice.
on top of payday week at work. So it kind of just all worked out, and I'm doing like 30 hours now every 2 weeks. So total. But I work for a museum and it's about, sorry,
What do you do for them?
I'm a custodian. I clean a lot of butt cracks with a high powered brush.
Gotcha.
Don't believe anything I say. Um, but no, I'm a custodian. I vacuum, I sweep up, I mop, I clean windows, I spit on people when they're angry. The thing is, um, keep going. He knows. Um, so I have a checklist that I do Monday, Wednesday, Sundays that I'm supposed to kind of like keep up with and let my managers know that this is what I'm doing. Check mark here, here, here. And it's supposed to go like my whole shift, and I get a lunch as well. If I'm only working 6 hours a day, I don't need 3 breaks. I do 1 full hour lunch, if you will,
Right.
because I don't want to keep stopping. I mean, I'm not trying to rush. That's when accidents happen. Then who's to blame? So, I want to do the best I can and show them that I love this job, which I have. And it's a great way to stay in shape because I'm up and down steps all the time. It's a 60,000 square foot home. I mean, have you heard of RJR?
I can't say I have.
So, yeah. Sorry, that's my ringtone. Beavis and butt cheeks. So yeah. So it's $13 an hour. You can't beat that for retarded people. No, you're not.
You're not.
See, I can joke for myself. I call myself a huge bitch. Let's move on.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can say, like me, I can call my wife whatever I want. You cannot call my wife whatever you want. That's going to be a problem.
No, I
She can
actually
call me
probably
whatever
would.
she wants.
I wouldn't mind meeting you guys someday. Seriously.
Yeah,
You know,
do you have any plans to go out to the Philippines or?
I was gonna hop a flight with you. You said you would pay for it.
I'm already taking care of two of our friends that we're staying with. Part
Hmm.
of our rent for staying here for the month and a half is I'm going to fly them out next year, so they can experience a little bit of the Philippines. But
No worries.
I'm one of those. I don't have a lot of money, but I know how to save well. So I just each paycheck I'll put a little bit to the side, and
Yeah.
by the time I get to next year, there you go.
Yeah, I try to do a little traveling with my wife too. I try to go to LA or Chicago or Orlando sometimes. We like going to the same places because they're fun and entertaining. You know, if you don't have fun in your life, where would you be?
That's true.
In each other's pants. So
That's still fun though.
it is.
Still
Trust me.
fun.
As long as nothing else goes up there. That's a different story for another day.
Yes, it
So
is.
no, but no, I love her for her heart. That's what attracted me to her. We just both cared about each other, and we exchanged numbers the first day we met, and then we hung out. Been hanging out since that day in 2008. And one day we were at a barber shop. We call it Great Clips.
Okay.
Anyway, it's not funny. It's true. But I looked at her. I went like this, looked at her, just thought about it in my head. I said, "You want to get married?" She just came out of a relationship that was pretty long and hard, if you will. Giggity. But she had to kind of think about it, and she's like, "I love you," and we just kind of hung out. And I says, let's run away to Florida. Let's get this done." Oh well, guess what happened? Come to find out, we were told that men's can't be married when you're on Social Security.
Really?
Supposedly, that's true. I read it somewhere. My mother read it somewhere. I know families that are on Social Security because they can't work, but they have kids and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Well, somehow it says on their website somewhere, or unless you look it up, I think things have changed now. But come to find out, my mother tried to get us annulled, and which she did. But beforehand, we were married for 4 years between that annulment process. She didn't want me to be married. It's best to be single and just live together. But on paper, we were married. But now we're just kind of like saying husband and wife, different last names, what have you. We have different incomes. But we love each other anyway. We will roughhouse in the bed if we need to. That's usually just a lot of kissing. Stop.
And fighting with the covers.
And pulling each other's covers off. Exposing things that we shouldn't talk about on here. And those are hotels.
Bye.
But yeah, we just fell in love. Age is just a number. She'll be 59 this year. And she's a beautiful gal. The end. But no, I love her dearly, and we do things together, and she feeds my face, I feed hers. We have a dribble problem. So, and I'm also her caretaker 24/7, even if I'm working. So I've got plenty of jobs, dear. They're easy though.
Yeah.
You know, I don't help her take her meds. She knows what to do. She's not a pill head like other people I know. I mean, we got people that we know they're on Xanax and all this kind of stuff. And that's just what? We even had a neighbor when she first moved in. if you can get me some Xanax, I'll make it worth your while, and I'll pay you for your internet time and all this stuff. I was
Wow.
like, do I look like a fat? There's an F word in there somewhere, but do I look like somebody that would be on crack or pills? No. I act like I'm stupid, but I'm not, But she asked us, do we have anything that kind of eases the pain, if you will? I was like, what are you having? Sex? I mean, I don't know what you need this for. I never knew what it meant. She was just like,
Right.
I do it rectally, just put it in there and roll it around a little bit and shake, and then it gets to my throat. So, but she's cool though, and that's somebody I got to see her underpants. But let's move on. And then she ended up being close, and she grabbed our thighs. I was happy. So I love
How do your
you.
friends keep up with you? How do they keep up with you, man? Because you're all over the place.
Thank you. I appreciate that. They can't.
They can't. I am, and I can, but wow, I'd be cracking up the whole damn time. My goodness.
Well, I've got friends that kind of like, slow down, start over. You left me at ass. I don't know. I mean, like, just whose ass? I said, no, not yours, please. I'm eating. But not a lot of them can keep up. But I get a lot of my entertainment and stuff and fun times and impression stuff from a couple of friends I told you about. So I like funny. I like being funny. I like fun. I like entertainment. That is poop a little entertainment right there. That is just like Frank Caliendo.
Okay.
You know who that is?
Mm-hmm.
Are you with me, dear? Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay. So I've seen him live. He does impressions. I've seen other people live, So I kind of get some of the, I'm not the best, mind you, unless you think you is sometimes. Yeah.
You have your moments.
I do. And I'm very pleased that I have my moments, dear. They're like periods. What can you do? He says, I just ate too. Glad this was afterwards. I had pizza.
Yeah, she's complaining she got to eat, so I'll head out in a little bit, but
Okay. But yeah, not a lot of my friends can keep up. My therapist kind of saying, no, tell me again without the voices. Oh, you mean the ones in my head? No, just be normal. That's not easy.
just be normal. What is normal? I don't even, for me, I don't even look at, there's no such thing as normal.
My mom gets on to me for it. She's like, just act normal. You don't have to be all the, act like your grandma and everybody else, and like my grandma, my mom's mother, passed away a couple years back. There's a B word in there. Didn't like her. She hated how I dressed. She thought I was something else and I should be on the streets. And she hated my wife. And I was like, I'm your oldest grandson. Why do you have to complain about me? Why do you hate me so much? What is your deal? Stop with the smoking, would you? Pop it out, and let it go. Don't, she wouldn't listen to anybody. My mom is a nurse. She asked her, Mom, you need to get checked out. You're not breathing right. Something's wrong. And what do you know? She passed away 2017. So it kind of put a scare in me to lose weight and be better and find things I never thought I had down there. But there was a couple of things, but that's another story. Toes, dear, be with me. You found what? So I do that to people. I says, I found things I never thought I had. And they thought it was down in the gutter, but I meant toes. I mean, I knew about everything else. It's down there. But they just don't, a lot of people don't get me. And it's frightening, and I kind of just take it step by step and just, they want me to speak normal and try to talk right without being funny and imitating people we know. And so, yeah, it's just, yeah, I'm doing pretty well. I've proved to people that I can be like this and be serious about anything that's going on, Uranus, just things about anything that they want to talk about. And it's like they don't want to listen. They don't they dislike things that I do on here. Like, he's just strange. Like, I've seen the comments about, like, I think I'll be back next time. I don't like it now. Dislike. And you
I
fat.
don't know. I think it takes a lot of effort people to come on and just dislike. My wife, we did a video. My wife was doing a tribute to our son that passed away in February. She got a tattoo, and someone actually went on there and disliked that. I'm like, what kind of poorly educated, poorly raised person, dislikes someone memorializing their child's, passing? Like, what kind of keyboard, tough guy do you have to be to dislike? And I didn't care about any of the other dislikes. The dislike on that one is the one I had a problem with. Just don't come on my channel. If that's how you feel, just don't come on my channel. This is my kid. We're still hurting from him being gone. She did something to remember him, and you're gonna come on there and dislike it. Please save me.
Can I ask what happened?
Yeah, he was. So we knew he was going to have some issues. He was born with dwarfism, a rare form of skeletal dysplasia. His chest cavity was smaller. And then on top of that, he was born 2 months early. So the fact that he was even born and he survived for as long as he did, in itself was a testament to his strength. He was with us for 5 months, and so he taught me, my wife, so many different things. Just what strength is, what love is. Because I mean, even though he couldn't speak, you could just tell by the way he looked at you. He would smile, and he peed on the nurse a couple times. So I came in and got that report, and the nurse was like, "Your son peed. He almost hit me in the mouth." And I was like, "Yeah, that's my boy."
Isn't that where it's supposed to go? Go ahead.
But yeah, he was a great kid. He was a cute kid, and it just frustrated me when they decided to put a thumbs down. You know what? Just don't. If you don't have anything good to say, don't say anything at all. I mean, I think that was the old adage when we were raised, and some people just don't know how to do that. I guess their lives are so pitiful that they have to go on to a channel of people they don't know. They don't take the time to know them, and make judgment. So, like I said, anything else, I'll take anything else. But the thumbs down on that particular video was a problem for me. I've had people call me fat. I've had people call me the N-word. All that is fine. Don't mess with my kid. That's just where I'm at. That's when the Papa Bear comes out.
We can call you fat, or just other people? I didn't want to.
Josh, you can call me whatever you want to call me.
No, but actually, you guys had some issues with your son. That's what we would have, if she was able to have kids. It would be wheelchair bound.
Yeah.
Very expensive child, and we wouldn't be able to afford to have the care.
Yeah.
And she told me what was wrong with her and why she couldn't, and all this. And it was just, I could probably have a child with her. I probably wouldn't have a problem, but mentally and physically, there would be an issue there if you mix both of what we've got going on, and I just told her, let's just rent a child. I don't care. Let's go find a file cabinet, find the records. No, I'm kidding. But
don't eat that. I'll take you to get food. Josh and I are finishing up. Don't eat that. That's junk food, honey.
I'm hungry.
I will take you to get food. Josh, I think I'm gonna have to go. This woman just came up with a whole stack of junk food.
Okay.
Hey, say hi to Josh.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
See,
How are you?
me. I'm the one that did the impression earlier.
It's like
So-
the one that that I seen on Facebook, the team, the tiny team, like
Yeah, he-
different voice.
Yeah, he does different voices. Yep.
Hello.
What was that? Okay.
That's what she thinks she hears.
This on live?
Okay.
Yeah, he's online. I've been chatting with him.
Oh.
He was on. He said if you want to come up, so I came up to chat with him.
Yeah. All for
I'm
fat guys.
haggard, so
Yeah.
excuse my
But
haggard.
Cliff, you guys have a good night, and I have to sweat my ass off tomorrow at work. Long story. So
Hey, whenever I see you on, man, I'll jump on and give you some support. All right.
I appreciate that. I really do.
What's
No
his
problem.
name
My
again?
pleasure.
Josh?
Yes.
Okay. I think I seen him before.
Yes, you've seen him before, honey.
In Darren?
She's not good. She's not good with faces and names.
She's like, let's argue that.
She's beautiful though. So
No, I'm
I
not
have to
beautiful. Stop.
Yeah, you are.
Nah.
See, everyone tells her that. She's like, I'm not. I'm
My
not.
fan.
You
my
have a
fan.
fan. There's a fan here.
See, honey, you have a fan. There you go.
Oh.
All right, Josh. Hey, you be good. Be safe tomorrow, man.
All right. Take care. You guys be good too. And
Bye.
Take
we
care.
love you. All right. Yes, Chris, I see you. Everything's great. You want to come up? No, Serene. I was reading it. I answered your question. Age doesn't matter. You were talking about ages or whatever it was. So, yep, I'm here. I'm not occupied right now. Appreciate Cliff and Rue being here. So, anybody else want to come up? I'm trying to do 2 hours and call it a night. Got 30 minutes. I mean, Serene, if you feel like you want to do something nice, then go ahead. I'm not telling you to, but I answered your question. I guess. So, Chris, you still there? All right, folks, I'm gonna get off here. I gotta make a phone call. You all take care and be good, and I'll try to be back later in the week. I'm off Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Talk to y'all later.